guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deepika Keerthi and I make videos anything and everything related to makeup and beauty. In this video, I've taken you through my favorite brushes and how they are meant to be used. I've included only affordable brushes, and by affordable I mean they are from drugstore brands like PAC or PROARTE, etc. and they are not from high-end brands like MAC or Sigma. I'm gonna mention all these brushes in the description box as well, just in case you want to check that out. So if you're a beginner and you're looking for good brushes, then I think this is a perfect video for you. So if you want to know what these brushes are, then please continue watching. Start with face brushes, and let's start with the foundation brush. For the foundation brush, I have two options for you. One is this one. This is the PAC stippling brush. So this is one of my favorite brushes to blend in my foundation. I've lost the handle, but it still works for me. I'm gonna leave the number of this brush on the screen and in the description box as well. I really love this brush. This is a dense flat top brush. It blends in the foundation really easily and effortlessly. So this retails for ₹495 rupees, and trust me, I feel this is worth every penny because I've had this for a really long time now and this hasn't shed its bristles or anything. I've washed it multiple times and it's still fine, which is great. So I really recommend this brush for you. And my second option for a foundation brush is this one. This is the NYKAA stippling brush. As you can see, this is not as dense as the PAC one because the material of the bristles is a little different, but it still works amazing, and all the cream products blend really well with this brush. Coming to the price of this retails for ₹599, which is 600 rupees. So it's more than the PAC brush. Both of these brushes really work well on me. But if you ask me which one I would choose, then I say I would choose the PAC brush over the NYKAA one. Let's move on to a concealer brush, and I have my absolutely favorite concealer brush with me. This is the PAC 219 brush. This brush is used to blend your concealer and other cream products like your contour. The best part about this brush is it fits in all the corners where the concealer has to be blended. So I really love using this brush. This brush retails for ₹395, which honestly for the quality you're getting it's very affordable. I cannot stress enough on how good quality the PAC brushes are. So if you want to buy any brush from PAC, do not worry about its quality. It's gonna be amazing. So this is my only recommendation for a concealer brush. So let's move on to the powder brush, and for the powder brush I have one recommendation for you, which is this one. This is the NYKAA powder brush. So this is one of my favorite brushes to set my face with the powder. This works very well for loose powder and a compact as well. I do have other brushes which I like along with this, which I will show you guys in a while. Coming back to this, the bristles are soft and they are very tightly packed. The quality is amazing. And it does the job really well. I really like it and I can suggest it to you. Coming to its price, it retails for ₹599 rupees, again 600 rupees, just like the stippling brush. So this is one of my options for you. Now let's move on to a contour or bronzer brush, and for that I have my favorite PROARTE PF07 brush. If you have been following me from the beginning, you must have observed that I've used this brush in almost all my makeup tutorials. That is how much I love this brush. I just love the quality of this brush and love the fact that it fits in this area perfectly, and it's so easy to blend out my contour or bronzer. This brush retails for 600 rupees, but I'm sure you can get it for a much lesser price. I believe I got it for 540 rupees or something on NYKAA when there was sale. So get it when there's sale and you won't regret this purchase. For a blush brush, I somehow use only one brush. I really like using only that brush, and that is this brush from DUCARE. This is actually powder brush, but I really like using it as my blush brush. You can obviously use any brush which is fluffy and has soft bristles like this. So somehow I reach out to only this brush. That is why I've mentioned only this one in this video. Let's move on to a highlighter brush now, and for a highlighter brush I have two brush recommendations from you, but they are not sold separately. That means they are not individual brushes, they come in a brush set. But I absolutely love these two brushes and I just wanted to mention it. One is this one. This is by DUCARE. This is DUCARE blush brush actually, but I really like to use it as my highlighter brush. And the other brush which I reach out to mostly is this one. This is a fan brush from the brand called CARA. I can't tell you the price of these brushes because they come in a set and they are not sold individually. So I'm gonna talk about these brush sets in a while. Now let's move on to eyeshadow brushes. If you're a beginner and you want to learn eye makeup, I recommend you to include 3 eyeshadow brushes in your kit. One is a fluffy blending brush, one is a flat top brush, and other is a pencil brush. These are the 3 basic eyeshadow brushes. So I'm gonna talk about these 3 brushes first, and later I'm gonna include other brushes that I really like using. So for a blending brush, I have 3 recommendations for you. The first brush is from CARA. This is not an individual brush, this comes in a set. The second one is from PROARTE. This is the PROARTE PE22 brush. This brush retails for 375 rupees. And the third one is my absolute favorite, and this is the PAC 213 brush. This is the first blending brush that I ever got. I've been using it for like 2.5 years now, and this is still in a very good condition. I've washed it multiple times, but the quality of the bristles is so good. This retails for 425 rupees. Coming to a flat brush, I have 2 recommendations for you, which are again not individual brushes, and these brushes are, one is from DUCARE and the other one is from CARA. Both of these brushes do a great job, and it's so easy to apply the lid shade or even do the lower lash line. So I do reach out to these brushes often. For a pencil brush, I do have 3 recommendations for you. One is from PROARTE. This is the PROARTE PE29 brush. PROARTE brush retails for 250 rupees, and this brush is perfect to highlight your inner corner, brow bone, and even smudge your lower lash line. And the second brush I have is this one. This is the COLORBAR dome shaped brush. This brush again retails for 250 rupees, and I really love the fact that the bristles of this brush are super smooth and they don't hurt your eye. And my last favorite pencil brush is this one. This is from CARA. So this brush is similar to the PROARTE one, so I really love this one as well. Now I'm going to talk about my other favorite eyeshadow brushes. These are the brushes that I use apart from those 3 basic brushes. Firstly, I have smaller or denser blending brushes that you usually use to blend out your outer corner, and for that I have my most favorite brush. This is from DUCARE. And the second brush is from PROARTE. This is the PF13 brush. And the third brush is from PAC. This is the PAC 115 brush. I fill in my brows mostly using a pomade, and I really love using these 2 brushes. These 2 are again from DUCARE and CARA, and these work really well. So those are my favorite eye makeup brushes. Now let's talk about the brush sets, which are my absolute favorite and I've mentioned earlier. I recommend you to get a brush set instead of buying individual brushes if you're a beginner, you know, because when you buy a brush set you are getting the brushes for a lesser price. And I have two amazing brush sets right here with me. One is this one. This is from DUCARE. This is how it looks. The brush set comes in a very fancy bag like this, which is travel friendly, and when I open it I have 10 brushes right here. I love all the brushes. You get 10 brushes right here, 4 face brushes and 6 eye brushes. And for the face brush you get this brush which I mentioned as a blush brush, and then you get a contour brush which is angled, and this is amazing. Then you get a foundation brush which I don't really use but it still works good. Then you get this brush which is actually a blush brush, but I like using it as a highlighter brush. Then for the eyeshadows you have a small blending brush which I did mention. Then you have this flat brush right here, which is great for applying any lid shade, or even if you want to learn cut crease, this is very good. Then you have a shader brush which I did mention. Then you have another detailer brush. Then you get an eyeliner brush and a brow brush. So this is the DUCARE 10 brush set. This has all the brushes you will ever need if you are starting out, and I highly recommend you guys try this out. So coming to the price of this set, I remember I got it for $699 to $700, somewhere in between, but right now when I'm checking my Amazon it's showing $17.99, but I'm sure that is not the price I paid for it. This was very affordable. It was below 1,000 rupees for sure. I do remember that. It's available only on Amazon, but currently the website is not selling these products. So the second brush set that I was talking about is from this brand called CARA, and these are the brushes. They are a set of 10 brushes. They do not come in any case like the DUCARE brush set. They come in a cardboard packaging, which I obviously discarded. So you have 5 face brushes and 5 eyeshadow brushes in this set. And for the face brushes you have this fluffy brush. You get this brush for blush. You know, this can even be used to apply powder, but then you also get a powder brush which is so huge, and I do reach out to this. I do use this to set my face. It's so good. It's so soft on the skin. The bristles are so good and there is no shedding whatsoever. Then you get this brush. This is again a powder brush to set your under eyes and other specific areas. Then you get this contour brush. It is used to blend out cream contour products and not powder contour. You get this brush. Then the last face brush is this fan brush that I already mentioned. Coming to the eye brushes, you get these 5 brushes. You get an eyeliner brush, you get a brow brush, and you get a blending brush. I did talk about this if you remember. Then you get a flat brush. I mentioned this one as well, and you get a pencil brush. I mentioned this one too. Coming to the price of this CARA brush set, it retails for 1799 rupees, which is 1800 rupees. But trust me guys, 1800 rupees for 10 brushes. Like if you divide it, you're paying 180 rupees for one brush, which is like, you know, for the quality of this brush, like can you see how good it is? 180 rupees is like way too less, and this is a great deal. It's an investment actually. If you can save up a little and if you buy these, you can use these brushes for a really long time. So these are my 2 most favorite and affordable brush sets. I do like the Real Techniques brush set, but it's expensive, so I didn't want to include it. That was all about my favorite brushes and brush sets. Thank you so much for watching guys. I hope this video was useful and informative to you. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends who you think need this video. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care.